Good morning and welcome to Sports Shorts Daily, Friday the 13th. I don't know if that bothers anybody. It doesn't bother me, but I'm Tommy Christ-San. Glad to be here. Glad to have you there. Going to have a different show for you today. Got Hunter McCann of WBRZ. You see his shirt on. We're going to join us in a minute. Ronnie Rance will pop in briefly, and we'll hit some hot sports topics on this Friday. I'm live and in color from Tremonti's Meat and Seafood in Baton Rouge. Tell you about them in a little bit. Hunter McCann, good morning, sir. How are you?
Morning, sir. Doing pretty well. Heading into the office right now. Me and the Grinch having a good Christmas season so far. So can't complain too much, TK. It's almost Christmas time.
You got your WBRZ Carolina blue shirt on, Hunter. I mean, are you Bill Belichick? Kaboom! What a story this has been. And Skip Bertman taught us all 20, 25 years ago about the brand of a university.
Yep.
North Carolina has got more publicity and advertising in this last couple of days than they could have ever paid for. Ronnie Rance joins us. Ronnie, we're talking. Hunter's got his Carolina Blue WBRZ shirt on. You and I got the Hall of Fame stuff on. But Ronnie, Bill Belichick, head coach of the Tar Heels.
Shocking, Tommy. Shocking, shocking, shocking. I don't understand it. I mean, clearly he's got a disease, and the disease is called coaching. He doesn't. I mean, this guy is 72 years old. He's dating a gorgeous 24-year-old. He's got all the money in the world. He's finally discovered his personality. He's going on all these shows, traveling around, visiting with everybody. He's now this beloved figure, and instead he's going to throw all that away at 72 years old to go dive into this fishbowl that is NCAA football and NIL and transfer portal and dealing with kids that for the most of them don't give a crap who Bill Belichick is or that he's the greatest coach of all time. Like as much as I love Bill Belichick, and this is bigger than Deion Sanders' story, right? Like I'm excited about next year. Want to see how it goes. I'm going to follow North Carolina, recruiting sites and everything else. I want to know what's going on. These kids don't care, Tommy. They don't care who Bill Belichick is. It doesn't matter to them. Their dads care. Their moms care. A handful of them care, but most of them just show me the money. And I don't know if he doesn't realize that or he's overconfident. But supposedly the Tulane coach was talking to North Carolina, and the Tulane coach sort of removed himself from that conversation when he found out that they didn't have enough NIL money, to play with over there, that he wasn't happy with the budget. So, I don't know that this is necessarily going to work. I'm excited about the storyline. But what is he thinking? For the next 5 years, he's going to tell the 24-year-old and all the vacations they could do and all the fun they could have and all the stuff. And he's going to say, hey, go on without me. I'm going to be over here, kissing the ass of 18-year-olds and trying to get them to stay at North Carolina.
Well, Ronnie, let me ask you this. Let me take the other side of the coin. What kid wouldn't want to go play for Belichick? Because guys that play let me finish. Guys that play at Power 4 schools think they're going to play in the NFL. Bill Belichick can call all 32 NFL offices and say, look, this Rance guy, he can play in the league. And they're going to trust his judgment because he had so much success in the league. What kid wouldn't want that? I'm just thinking.
Because and everybody you talk to, Tommy, every coach will tell you the number one thing is how much are you going to pay me. They don't care about facilities. They don't care about history. They don't care about how much are you going to pay me. And then the next question is, oh, by the way, who's the coach? You know what I mean? And so that's my point. By the way, these kids are 18 years old. Bill Belichick hasn't won a Super Bowl in a handful of years. They were younger. It doesn't matter. If Tom Brady was coaching them, that'd be different. Bill Belichick, it's just some old white guy. I'm telling you, it matters to the families, matters to the parents. It'll matter to 25% maybe of their players. Oh, my God, Bill Belichick's my coach. It's not going to matter to the majority of them. And as every day goes by, he's just going to become a coach in their eyes. It's about the money, Tommy. I got to go to the doctor's office. Y'all have a good one, fellas.
All right, Ronnie.
All right, man. Sounds good. Appreciate it. That's Ronnie Rance with the kick and pin. Hunter, Ronnie and I chimed in. Your thoughts on this whole Bill Belichick to Carolina?
It kind of feels crazy to say this, and I know that he's not completely clueless, but I really don't think Belichick knows what he's getting into when it comes to college football nowadays compared to if he had tried to do college football 5, 6, 7 years ago. it's not the same game anymore. I think we're seeing that clearly right now. You and I have talked about in the past just how many players are in the transfer portal, what percentage of them really care about the money. That was an interesting stat that you sent me this week about how 30% of players that hopped in the portal last year didn't get out of the portal. Like, I mean, I think there are so many different nuances and elements to college football nowadays, and I'm not 100% sure that Bill Belichick knows exactly what he's getting himself into. But Ronnie's 100% correct. I think the name Bill Belichick's only going to go so far in college football. I do think that there will be a handful of talented athletes that are just focused on their goals, which is making it to the next level. And those are the kids that will go to North Carolina and say, I want to be coached by the greatest NFL coach in history, because he knows exactly what it's going to take to make me successful for the next level. But I think the other 75% of players that want to go to UNC and play under Belichick want to just go there for the money. And to Ronnie's point, they don't have the NIL, they don't have the money to be able to bring in these top tier athletes and compete at some of these other Power Four schools. So it's an interesting decision for me, because I definitely think that Belichick's going to be slightly handcuffed trying to put together a talented roster and prove himself as a college football coach.
Well, I wasn't disagreeing with Ronnie when I brought up the thing about what kid wanted, because that's a path. Maybe that's just me being old. That the path they want to play in the NFL, But now they got kids might be saying, well, hey, if I can go make $4 or $5 million in 2, 3, 4 years in college at 2 or 3 different schools, I'd just rather do that than take my chances in the NFL. The money, money, money. That's the root of all of this completely. And Carolina did say they were going to put their NIL from $4 million to $20 million. Okay. So, I mean, it's, we'll see. It'll be interesting to watch it play out. And I don't know if it's going to work or not. Carolina's a basketball school. Okay. Like Kentucky, that's a basketball school. So can he, really change the mindset there and, compete in the ACC, which, they've been in the bottom half of that for a little while. I mean, yeah, they're a bowl team. Well, not this year, but they've had some bowl games. They've had a handful of good players that went on to the next level. But, it's an interesting thing. Somebody, he's 15 wins away from breaking Don Shula's record of all-time NFL wins. Somebody pointed out that maybe he doesn't want to go in the NFL, not achieve that, and then it looks like he failed. Like say he signs with a team and he can't win 15 games over a 2-year window, because again, it's not as much as it is about Bill Belichick, it's more about the players. And if he goes and coaches the Chicago Bears, who are light years away, he might not win 15 games in 2 years. And then it looks like he went to try to catch Shula and he wasn't successful. If he wins 8 or 9 games at Carolina, I mean, it's going to be a good start. And then we'll see what happens in year 2.
Yeah, and I know that the whole narrative about Belichick. The only reason that he was even so successful is because of Tom Brady, and I think that slightly eats away at him. I mean, he didn't win another Super Bowl without Tom Brady, which would have been a very hard task for the status or the state that New England football was in after Brady decided to pack it up and go to Tampa Bay. But I mean, here you go, man. This is your opportunity to prove you really are the greatest head football coach and period. I mean, not just in the NFL anymore. I mean, if Belichick's able to somehow put together a North Carolina team that even just competes for the top of the ACC, that's a big achievement, because that's something that they have not done in a long time. I mean, they came pretty close. I mean, truly, their best season in recent memory was probably last year with Drake May, and I mean, they still didn't light the world on fire. So you have the opportunity now to really prove yourself. I just don't think it's going to be an easy task for even a guy named Bill Belichick with that type of name recognition in this day and age of college football to really bring in enough talent to win the big games against some of these bigger schools and the ACC and across Power 4 programs.
Well, I saw one thing was funny. So when they were firing Mac Brown, they said, hey, Mac, we're going to go get a younger guy. So
they
Mac
sure
was
did,
73, so they went and got a younger guy, 72 years old.
Right.
Why? We'll see how it plays out. But Carolina's gotten a heck of a lot of publicity this week and going to get it for the next coming days. And then, the whole bit, it'll be interesting to see how it plays. But again, money, money, money. It's the professional college football league. When it's all about the money. I saw it this morning right before we went on. Some kid at South Carolina went back to South Carolina because they gave him $1.5 million. He re-signed because he got $1.5 million. All right, and that means some other school only offered him $1 million or something. It's craziness. Wild Wild West with no sheriff. We've all said that for 3 years now, and I don't know that it's going to get
Well,
any better. Go ahead, Hunter, and then we'll
I was
talk real quick about the Saints.
I was just gonna say, Tommy, you and I still have our eligibility. If you want to go make a couple million real quick, we can we can go play for Belichick. I don't have an issue with that.
Yeah, you got the Carolina blue shirt on. You fit
We're
right in
halfway
over
there.
there. Hunter, the
Halfway there,
Saints
man.
are at home in the dome. Haener going to start at quarterback with Carr not going to play, according to the reports. Saints getting 7.5 against Jaden Daniels and the Washington Commanders. You'll be in the house. Your thoughts on the Saints for Sunday?
To be honest with you, I think this will be the first time we can evaluate a quarterback other than Derek Carr. Well, the offensive line's back healthy for the Saints. It'll allow Haener to have time and really see what he brings to the table a little bit more. I mean, we've seen more of Haener than we have of Spencer Rattler, but still, like I'm interested to see what this kid can do, having protection and being able to step up in the pocket and make throws. I'll tell you early on, though, I haven't really, we talk about this every week. I kind of say stay away from ever putting any money on the New Orleans Saints. 7.5 is a lot of points. I think I'm slightly leaning right now that I like the under. I think the Saints have struggled to put points together, even with Derek Carr at quarterback. I think with Haener at quarterback, it'll be one of those things where they get down the field and have to settle for some field goals. And the Saints defense could really give Jaden some issues. If they consistently that's the same thing they did with Jalen Hurts. They were able to bottle him up earlier in the year as a mobile quarterback. I think that I think Jaden Daniels' arm is better than Jalen Hurts. That might be a little bit of a controversial topic, but I think Daniels has a better arm and accuracy, and arguably better decision making than Jalen Hurts. That he could pick apart this Saints defense. But I think it could be a game where points come at a premium. So if you are going to bet the game, right now I'm leaning the under. We'll see how I feel tomorrow morning when we talk about it on Sports Shorts Radio. But 7.5, Tommy, that's a lot of points. What do you think about that?
I'd have to take the Commanders and lay that point. A handful of field goals for the Saints, maybe a scoop and score or a pick six. I mean, they're not going to drive 80 yards in 12 plays and score.
Stuff, yeah.
And Hunter just mentioned it. Don't forget Sports Shorts Radio tomorrow, 10 a.m. to 12 noon from the Sportsbook, the ESPN Bet Sportsbook at LaBerge. We want you to join us. You can hear it in Lafayette, Lake Charles, Baton Rouge. Hunter, before you get out of here, tell us about your best bets and how people can keep up with everything you're doing at WBRZ.
Yeah, I got all my best bets posted every Friday afternoon, so should have them posted ready to go about 3 o'clock today or so on WBRZ.com. We're going to have college football bowl game picks and the Army-Navy game as well. And then, of course, I always have picks every single week for the NBA, college basketball, NHL. If you can bet it, I'm probably betting on it, so you can ask me anything you need on that. NFL picks, of course, as well. So you got to check out the best bets over at WBRZ.com. We'll go win some money every single week. And I'll have those best bets on Sports Shorts tomorrow if you want to get those college football picks in before first bowl games tomorrow. It's the Cricket Celebration Bowl at 11 o'clock, kickoff bowl season officially between Jackson State and South Carolina State. So we will see. I got a good pick on that one and a really strong feeling. I got to go see Jackson State in person last week, so I got a good feeling about this game one way or the other. So you have to tune into Sports Shorts Radio tomorrow to get that pick.
All right, I'll be joining y'all for a phone segment on Sports Shorts Radio tomorrow morning. Hunter, have a great day, and we wish all the high school teams playing today and tomorrow good luck in the Dome. Got 3 teams that won state championships yesterday, so it's an exciting time for high school football in Louisiana. Hunter, appreciate you jumping in, and go get busy. We'll talk to you soon.
All right, TK, talk with you tomorrow.
All right, that's Hunter McCann for you. Hey, don't forget Tremonti's Meat and Seafood here. You got gift cards. You can get all of that. You can order the prime rib. That's what I get for Christmas, prime rib. You got turkeys. You got ham, turducken, all the bourbon and wine you can possibly imagine, the meat, the seafood, the side dishes, desserts, you name it. Got a last-minute Christmas gathering, a party, they can help you out catering it. Tremonti's Meat and Seafood, Jefferson Highway in Baton Rouge, right down the street from Parkview Baptist Church and School. Tremonti's Meat and Seafood on Facebook and Instagram. Do check them out. Appreciate you doing that. As we have mentioned, don't forget Sports Shorts Radio tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. to 12 noon, Baton Rouge, Lafayette, Lake Charles, ESPN Southwest Radio, and, of course, 104.5 ESPN in Baton Rouge. Be live from the ESPN Bet Sportsbook in the LeBears Casino in Baton Rouge. Hey, like and share this show. We appreciate that. Whether you're watching on YouTube, Facebook, or X, like and share this show. That helps out everybody else. No question about that. And we mentioned this the other day, Santa's Super 7, Louisiana Sports Hall of Fame. Tremendous gift ideas, Santa's Super 7. Go to LouisianaSportsHallOfFame.com, LASportsHall.com. I was looking through all the things yesterday. There's some great stuff on there. Santa's Super 7, so get involved with that. Hey, don't forget the radio tomorrow, Sports Shores Daily again on Monday. I'm Tommy Christ, and on behalf of Ronnie Rance and Hunter McCann, have a great day, everyone.